After a long wait, the first episode of Season 6 has finally dropped, and it's titled CLIMATIQUEEN. In this video, you'll get a full recap of the episode. Plus, we'll talk about the key moments that could seriously impact the future of the series. Check the pinned comment for a link to a playlist with all the recaps from the previous episodes.
The episode starts with Adrien watching a video from Chloe's bee-themed community. She's hosting a contest where whoever gets the most followers before 1 p.m. wins a prize of their choice, no matter how big.
That platform where Chloe uploads her videos is clearly a nod to TikTok. So now she's a TikToker this season? What a wild character development! And by the way, have you seen the outfits this blonde's rocking? It's like Gucci meets honeycomb panels. Proof that when you're a billionaire, you can spoil yourself with some flashy little luxuries. Too bad all that money can't buy her a brain. Girl's dumb as a brick.
Later on, Adrien is making pancakes to share with Nathalie.
Oh, classy move! The pretty blonde boy knows how to cook? What did I tell you? He's flawless from head to toe. Smash that like button if you agree.
But he's feeling down because he thinks his pancakes might not be as good as his dad's. Nathalie reassures him, saying they're delicious.
And of course, it turns out delicious. He made it with those delicate princess hands. Bet that food was lick the plate good.
Then Adrien asks about his schedule, but Nathalie tells him he doesn't need one anymore. He can decide how to spend his day. That only makes him feel even more overwhelmed and lost, since his dad used to control every part of his life. Now that he's gone, Adrien doesn't even know what he wants to do. A bit later, Marinette shows up. They share a few sweet kisses.
Okay, I've got issues with this. That's not how you kiss Adrien properly. The right way is exactly what you're seeing right here. Now that's the perfect kiss. And I'm not taking any criticism. You gotta wait until he opens that sweet little mouth. And then, boom!
And head off to school together. On the way, Adrien asks her how you know when someone has a real passion for something. She tells him it's something you discover little by little. Some people find it early, others later, and some never find it at all. That just makes Adrien feel even more discouraged.
No! What are you doing, Marinette? Why are you crushing my boy like that? She should have said, look, chill out, take a breather, and give it some time. You'll come up with new ideas and eventually find your passion. Shame on you, Marinette. You clearly don't know how to be a supportive girlfriend.
Meanwhile, we see Aurora, who's super frustrated and sad because she's part of Chloe's contest too, but she barely has any followers. Her weather content isn't getting views or helping her grow, which has left her in last place. Suddenly, a girl named Gelee shows up and starts throwing sage flowers at her, saying they help stop people from getting akumatized.
From the moment this new character showed up, she became my fave. Her look and attitude are just so unique.
Aurora explains to Gelee that she's feeling super frustrated because she joined the bee community to win a signed copy of Claudia Kent's book, The Weather of Space. But she thinks she doesn't stand a chance. Nobody liked her weather video. She even tried making videos about cats, makeup, and cooking, but nothing worked. She didn't get a single like or any new subscribers. Gelee tells her that nowadays it seems like the only way to get famous is to lie, stir up drama, and create controversy. But she's sure Aurora would never do something like that just for fame. Well, Aurora takes that as her green light to go all in. She doesn't care what it takes. She has to win. So she sets her sights on Adrien and Marinette, who just happen to be the most famous couple in Paris right now. She starts spying on them, listening in on their conversations, secretly snapping pics, twisting everything out of context.
No way! Aurora just sold her soul for TikTok likes? She pulled a full-on John Cena, sold her soul to The Rock. Let's see how that works out for her.
And flat out lying to stir up drama and boost her follower count. She does gain a bunch of followers and hearts, but with the contest about to end, she's still stuck in 5th place. Suddenly, another cheerful contestant shows up, announcing she's now in 1st place. That's the last straw for Aurora. She breaks down crying and ends up getting akumatized into CLIMATIQUEEN, a villain who can control the forces of nature and force everyone in Paris to follow her page and give her tons of likes so she can win. Meanwhile, Aglaé shows up looking super anxious and worried, saying Aurora was acting really weird and she feared she might get akumatized. Just then, the sky darkens. Yep, a new villain is in town. Aglaé starts freaking out, so Adrien and Marinette hide her in a room and take off to transform.
This is amazing! Adrien and Mary just proved something I always tell my imaginary friends. You don't need to be a cop or wear a superhero cape to do something heroic. That's exactly what Adrien and Mary do. My fave girl had a panic attack and totally froze. So the gang took her to a safe, quiet spot where no one would bother her. That's real hero behavior right there.
Then, all chaos breaks loose as the heroes face off against CLIMATIQUEEN in an intense battle. But just as things heat up, the clock strikes 1. The contest is officially over. Chloe makes the announcement. The winner is Aurora Boreal, aka CLIMATIQUEEN.
Yo guys! Turns out selling her soul for TikTok clout actually worked. She ended up winning the whole contest.
Aurora yells that she's won, but Ladybug steps in and tells her, "You got what you wanted. Now reject the Akuma. You've already caused enough damage." However, Chrysalis jumps into Aurora's mind again to manipulate her, telling her that now that she's queen of the bee community, she could become queen of the entire internet by getting even more followers. But there's a catch. Chrysalis wants something in return. Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculouses. CLIMATIQUEEN agrees and heads straight for the Eiffel Tower to mess with the antennas and use them to blast her beam all across Paris.
Now this next part is super important, and not mentioning it would be an actual crime. The scenes where the heroes go up against the villain, absolute art. More beautiful than $1,100 bills. Just look at a few seconds of that scene. Chef's kiss. Mwah.
Later on, Aurora makes a video for the Ladybug community, apologizing for hurting people while she was akumatized. As a way to make it up to everyone, she shows them a beautiful rainbow, and Adrien and Marinette smile at each other and share a kiss.
Holy cow, what am I even watching? Aurora in these scenes is acting like a YouTuber who just got cancelled. She makes a sad apology video, promises it'll never happen again. She says she's going to therapy and wants to be a better person. Spoiler, it's all lies. She just wants people to stop cancelling her.
On top of that, Aurora gets a heart from astronaut Claudia Kent, wrapping up the episode on a high note. But wait, there's a post-credit scene. Adrien is still feeling overwhelmed because he hasn't found his passion yet. He tells Marinette he wants to walk home. When he gets to the mansion, he decides not to go in. He keeps walking, then suddenly starts running, and out of nowhere, Sublime appears beside him. She asks if he's late or just trying to run away. Adrien looks at her and says, "You make me feel good." Sublime tells him she's going to show him new places, and the two take off running together. As they run, a pair of swans form a heart in the water behind them, possibly hinting at something new beginning between the two.
I don't know, Rick. The vibe in this scene is screaming future romance. Even the swans are almost forming a heart. Looks like big things are coming for the green-eyed blondie. And hey, no offense to Mary, but Adrien deserves better. Mary's just not cut out to be his girlfriend. And here's why. She's jealous and toxic. Mary can't stand Adrien hanging out with other girls. She instantly thinks he's gonna cheat. A perfect example of this is in the episode Sublimation. Mary went full jealousy mode when Adrien started spending time with Sublime. If you want more tea on this bad behavior, I'm dropping a link where we break down all the key moments from that episode. She's controlling. I don't know what's up with Marinette, but there have been several moments where she tries to control Adrien or pressure him into doing stuff he clearly doesn't want to do. This happens in Daddy Cop, where she basically tries to force him into having a romantic dinner with her friends present. Adrien, no! She's not the one for you! Let's talk about the key points from CLIMATIQUEEN, the very first episode of Season 6. New stories! So far, each new episode introduces us to fresh characters with unique stories, many of whom are also dealing with some kind of disability. In this episode, we meet Gelee, who suffers from panic attacks when faced with unexpected situations. She needs to be properly supported to avoid things spiraling out of control. Another character we see dealing with a disability is a woman in a wheelchair who might be working as a teacher at Mary's school. New goals. Now that Adrien is no longer being controlled by his father, he's searching for a new dream to pursue, something he's truly passionate about. This likely means he's left his modeling career behind for good, since it never really inspired him. Sublime is getting more screen time. Ever since this new character showed up, the show has been slowly setting the stage for her to become as important as Adrien and Mary. Clues like the swans forming a heart shape might even be hinting at a possible romance between Sublime and Adrien in the future. What do you think might happen between Sublime and Adrien? Drop your predictions in the comments. Right now, on your screen, you'll see a video recap of the previous Miraculous episode, and you'll also find a playlist with all the recaps from Season 6.